Hello and welcome to KLM Institute.
Today's top story comes from the Middle East, where global environmental activist Greta Thunberg has been deported from Israel after she was detained aboard a humanitarian aid boat heading toward Gaza. Greta Thunberg, along with another activist, was removed from the vessel named Madeleine, which was sailing as part of a humanitarian mission organized by the Freedom Flotilla Coalition, a group known for opposing Israel's naval blockade of Gaza. The boat was intercepted by Israeli forces in international waters on Monday, according to Israeli officials. Thunberg and her fellow activist were flown out of Ben Gurion International Airport near Tel Aviv on Tuesday. According to Israel's foreign ministry, she flew to France and was expected to return home to Sweden afterward. In total, 12 people were detained from the Madeleine. While 4 activists agreed to sign deportation papers and left the country, the remaining 8 refused. These 8 were taken to an Israeli immigration tribunal, where legal arguments lasted over 5 hours. As of Tuesday night, there was still no final decision on whether they would be deported or remain in detention. The legal team from Adalah, an Israeli human rights organization, is representing the activists. They argue that Israel had no legal right to detain or deport them since the boat was in international waters. The lawyers say the activists were taken to Israel against their will and must be released immediately. They are demanding that the activists be allowed to rejoin their ship, deliver the aid to Gaza, and return to their home countries. The aid boat Madeleine was carrying critical humanitarian supplies like baby formula, food, and medical goods. The Freedom Flotilla Coalition says their mission is to bring much-needed help to the people of Gaza and to send a message of hope and solidarity. Greta Thunberg, who is well known for her climate activism, has been an outspoken critic of the Israeli blockade and the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Speaking just before the voyage, she said, "We are doing this because, no matter what odds we are against, we have to keep trying. Because the moment we stop trying is when we lose our humanity." After arriving in Paris, Thunberg addressed reporters and emphasized that the mission was peaceful and aimed at saving lives. When asked why she left Israel quickly, she said, "Why would I want to stay in an Israeli prison more than necessary?" The Freedom Flotilla Coalition explained that high-profile volunteers like Greta are encouraged to leave early so they can speak freely to the media and share their side of the story. Meanwhile, Israeli officials have called the voyage a public relations stunt. Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar said that the small amount of aid on the boat would be transferred to Gaza by Israel through official land crossings. He insisted the naval blockade is needed to prevent Hamas from smuggling weapons into the territory. The Israeli military stated that the Madeleine was intercepted in what it called a legal blockade enforcement zone. It added that the passengers were given the option to hand over the aid for transfer through land routes, but they refused. This incident adds more tension to the ongoing crisis in Gaza. Hunger is reportedly widespread in the region, with aid groups warning of worsening conditions. A recent attempt to introduce a new food distribution system backed by Israel has also faced chaos and even deadly violence. The Madeleine had set sail from Sicily earlier this month as part of a wider international campaign. Israel has made it clear that it will not allow such boats to reach Gaza under any circumstances. The Freedom Flotilla Coalition, however, vows to continue their missions. That's all for today's update. For more global news and humanitarian stories, stay tuned with KLM Institute. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates that matter to you and the world. Thanks for watching.